This show contains spoilers and adult language. Listener discretion is advised.
Movies with Ron, movies with Ron.
Hell yeah, motherfucker.
Movies with Ron.
Hey, so Hugh Jackman. Y'all know who Hugh Jackman is?
Oh, yes.
I've never heard of him.
He played Wolverine in the X-Men movies and in the Wolverine movies. It has come to my knowledge that Hugh Jackman did not know a Wolverine was an animal.
Jesus.
What?
Yeah. It didn't happen until he started making the solo Wolverine movies. He got through 3 X-Men movies, and he just thought it was the name of his character. And he based, like, his mannerisms on, like, a wolf. He thought he was a wolf. He didn't think he was a Wolverine.
Well, I guess he's as dumb as he looks.
Welcome to episode 98 of Movies with Ron, the podcast where my older brother recaps a movie he saw from beginning to end for me and you, because we like his versions better. It's okay if you've seen the movie. It's okay if you haven't seen it. The experience is unique, so let's get it on. I'm Chris, your MC for the time being. Here with me tonight are sound guy Rick.
Hey-yo.
Nurse Candy.
Hey, everybody.
And here he is, folks.
He's the ball cracker, death on foot. You know him, you love him. He's Ron.
Ron.
Hey, Ron.
Hey, guys.
Good job last week with waxwork.
Thanks, pal.
Holy shit, that was fantastic.
Yeah, I do believe that was my masterpiece.
I laughed so much my stomach hurt. And it was so good, we got a new review.
All right.
From Gator782, titled The Best. This is the only movie podcast that I listen to. Very well done and super informative.
All right, thanks, Gator.
Yeah, thank you. Now's a good time to introduce a new segment of the show, Correction Corner with Candy. All right.
Yay!
Nurse Candy, folks, she's going to suture up our mistakes.
Well, in the stinger of last week's episode, you guys were singing a song from ZZ Top.
Yeah, Tube Steak Boogie.
Yeah, what's wrong?
Let's hear it, Ron.
We do the boogie. She do the tube steak boogie.
Rick, you weren't here last week. Have you heard that song?
Yeah, the Tube Steak Boogie.
All right.
Everybody knows the tube steak boogie.
Yeah.
Something wrong?
Well, it's actually the Tube Snake Boogie.
For real?
Oh, yeah.
I knew that. No, I didn't know that.
My life has changed.
Yeah. My
That's so
mind has been
hilarious.
blown.
Yeah.
I thought you guys were making a play on words about a song about dicks for a joke about dicks, so it made total sense to me.
Well, see, naming the song the Tube Snake Boogie is just ridiculous.
I know.
'Cause it's still just as pornographic, you know? Like, this song is about cock. You know, and they're famous for their other pornographic song, Pearl Necklace.
Yeah.
You know, it's bullshit.
Yeah. I mean, it's less gross than the Tube Steak Boogie.
But I think they're like, what if we call it the Tube Steak Boogie? People might think it's too nasty. So we'll call it
That's true.
the Tube Snake Boogie. Like that is in any fucking way different. Come on.
Now it's like a dance. The Tube Snake Boogie.
I guess so.
It's like a special dance you do. I'll bet.
Oh, God, man. Are you being serious?
What?
You think it's a special dance?
Yeah, like they want you to do a dance. They wanted the audience to create a dance.
Yeah.
Is there a music video for it?
It
All
was
right, we got to
already-
figure this out.
It was already a dance. It's called sex.
Yes. Snake tartar.
Break the chair. You can use the leg as a snake.
All right, The Taking of Beverly Hills.
Yeah, baby. I bet none of you have seen this movie.
I saw it at a very young age.
Probably with me.
Yeah. 1991. This was like a prime HBO or Cinemax premium cable movie.
Yeah, I mean, it got a theater release.
Very brief, though.
Oh, yes.
In fact, when you read about this movie, everything about the Taking of Beverly Hills was delayed.
Yeah, it was a victim of studios going out of business and selling their movies to other studios who then, well, we can't put that out. We're putting out, Dicks and Jugs too.
Yeah.
So, what are you going to do?
It even, nowadays, like, there's no DVD or Blu-ray for it because it's having, like, copyright issues. So you can't even buy it now.
Yeah, it's because of the soundtrack, I hear. Because there's all this original music in it, like 80s action movie music, but then there's also licensed stuff. And all the licensed stuff, not a bad soundtrack. Faith No More is on this soundtrack.
Oh, yeah? Damn. Directed by Sidney Furie.
I wish my last name was Fury.
Me too.
Hey, you gotta check out the poster of this movie. It's this mullet-clad fucking dude, and he's holding a Molotov cocktail.
Yeah, man.
And it's like just him. And it's like, are you the one who's taking Beverly Hills? That's a dangerous weapon you're holding. It's like, not even John McClane was holding something like that on his posters.
That guy on that poster is an NFL quarterback. There was never a more dangerous man to throw a Molotov cocktail.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
And who was that?
That was Ken Wahl, baby.
All right.
Now, Ken Wahl.
One of many walls in this film.
Yes. Actually, there are quite a few walls. Ken Wahl got famous in the late 80s on a show called Wise Guy. And he is a handsome man. Like, you see this movie and you're like, what happened to this guy? Like, this guy had to have been going places.
Yeah.
You know? And then after this movie, he just kind of disappeared. And he's worked, a time or two. But it turns out he is the world record holder for, like, motorcycle accidents.
Really?
Well, not really. But he's been in, like, at least 3, I think. And in 1992, a year after this movie came out, Ken Wahl broke his neck.
Oh.
Poor guy.
Yeah. Now, he didn't die. And he was a pretty, up-and-coming name then. So everybody was like, oh, man, how'd you break your neck? He was like, yeah, I got in another motorcycle accident, you guys. Sorry. Because he got in one at 16 and then another one, I don't know, in his 20s. Whatever. Whole bunch of them. Okay? And then years later, in his memoirs, he finally comes clean as to what he was doing when he broke his neck.
Oh, God.
Ken Wahl, hot on the heels of the Taking of Beverly Hills, was fucking Rodney Dangerfield's girlfriend.
Oh. What?
Yeah. And I guess Rodney was coming home one night and Ken Wahl fell down the stairs.
Oh, my God.
Oh, man.
Oh.
And broke his fucking neck.
Oh, my God.
Rodney Dangerfield.
Yep.
All right, man.
So.
Put the fear of God in Ken Wahl.
Oh. So her name was Joan Child. Later, she became Joan Child Dangerfield. All right. She married him. But this is before they got married. She was cheating on Rodney with Ken Wahl, who then broke his neck on her stairs.
Oh.
So he's laying there with a broken neck, and she's like, Ken, listen, Rodney can't find out about this. I need you to tell everybody a lie and not tell them where you were. And Ken was like, you got it. And he lied and told everybody he got in a motorcycle accident, even though there was like no records of a motorcycle accident,
Yeah.
in the city at that point.
Uh-huh.
That was his story for years.
Wow.
And then finally he didn't give a shit.
So it was like a dumb accident?
Yeah, he was running down the stairs and he tripped and fell. Broke his neck.
Oh. Quit covering for Rodney Dangerfield, man. You know he came home and threw him down those stairs. Demanding respect.
I think he broke his fucking neck.
I told you I broke his fucking neck.
And ever since, Ken Wahl, his existence has been nothing but pain. Every step is a new nightmare.
Oh, shit.
Until the day he married his third wife, and that's one of the Barbie twins from the Playboy
Oh, really?
From the Playboy, magazine. And now he is a huge advocate for veterans and also animal rights.
Oh.
All right.
And monogamy.
All right. Who plays the bad guy in this movie?
Robert Davi,
Yeah.
Special Agent Big Johnson from Die Hard.
Robert Davi, or is it Davi? Who is also in The Goonies. My phone changed it to The Goodies. Also, he's a jazz vocalist.
Yeah, man. Did you hear him sing in The Goonies? He was like singing
yeah.
Italian
He does.
opera.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Oh, yeah.
But most people will remember him for his textured face. Yes. He's quite a topographical human.
Oh, now you're just getting mean.
Oh, come on. Him and Seal could start like a superhero team. Throw in some Edward James Olmos. Come on. Come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chris scraping the bottom of the barrel for jokes. No, we're talking about Robert Davi. You're just going to call him Shotgun Face. You didn't even use the word Shotgun Face?
I said he had a textured face. He's like in his 80s. He's fine.
I'm still thinking about Rodney Dangerfield's girlfriend.
She was not bad looking.
Hey, her pussy kills people. I had to marry her. What can I say?
I can never catch a break.
There's a big documentary about how sad Rodney Dangerfield is or was, that the entire world thought that his stage persona was him. You know, just like you just did. He's like, I'm actually a very sweet man.
All right, how about Branscombe Richmond?
Oh, God. Branscombe. Branscombe.
All right, Branscombe. Native American actor.
Huge in the 80s, man.
Oh, yeah.
80s and 90s.
You guys remember that show Renegade?
Yes.
It starred Branscombe and then some other white dude.
Lorenzo Lamas.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
A very sexy man.
Yeah, but that was all he had.
I know.
That was his downfall.
Wasn't that all Ken Wahl had?
Nah, man.
Really?
Go watch this movie. Ken Wahl had chops.
But Branscombe, also an accomplished stuntman.
Also, fantastically mulleted.
Yes. Okay, what about Matt Frewer? Who knows who Matt Frewer is?
Oh, yes.
I do.
What was he in?
All right. A lucky few will remember him as the neighbor dad in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
There you go.
And an even luckier few will remember him as the trash can man in the miniseries of The Stand.
Yeah.
Bumpty bumpty bump. My life for you. Also Job in The Lawnmower Man 2.
The luckiest few.
Yes. Pretty much just me. I have it on DVD.
No Max Headroom references?
Was he Max Headroom?
You guys were too little.
He was Max Headroom?
Matt Frewer was Max Headroom.
That is wonderful.
All buffed up and computerized. And he's really kind of twerpy in real life. But yes, that was him.
You're amazing. Fuck you.
Today was my day off. It's kind of a lazy day flipping through channels. The best movie to watch on your day off is the 2004 remake of Dawn of the Dead,
Yeah, man.
which he had a bit part in.
He had
I
a
can't
yes, he
believe.
did.
He was great in that.
Yeah, he played the
dad.
a short-lived dad.
Yeah, the
Yes.
sickly dad.
Yeah. And I don't know. I thought it was Kinsmet that it came on. Am I saying that right?
Kismet.
First of all, you said kinsmet.
He said Kismet.
I guess we'll have another Candy's correction
Stay
corner.
tuned next week.
Because we're going to have to run this one back.
All right. Zack Snyder directed Dawn of the Dead, the remake.
Yes.
He's like getting in all that trouble with that DC universe. He just needs to make more zombie movies.
Oh, yes.
He just needs to continue the Dawn of the Dead universe. Because there's no better zombie movie. I don't care if it's running zombies. It's the best looking one. It's got the best characters. There's no weak links. a bunch of actors got their start with Dawn of the Dead.
Yep.
That was a fun movie.
Yeah. All right, back to The Taking of Beverly Hills. I'm reading the synopsis, and in the reviews, everyone's calling it a Die Hard ripoff.
Yeah, kind of a part of a string of them, I think. Rick, what year did Die Hard come out?
88.
Man, you know what Ken Wahl was doing 4 years before that?
What?
Getting in an actual motorcycle accident. Ken Wahl, I love you.
Well, you've talked about all the male characters. Is there a love interest in this movie?
Oh, shit, yeah.
A Bridget Nielsen, if you will? I have a feeling this movie is geared towards our action-loving male fans.
It is, but the love interest is Harley Jane Kozak. And you might not know her name, but if you saw her face, you'd be like, I love her! She played the love interest in Necessary Roughness, another football movie.
She was Scott Bakula's girlfriend?
Yeah. You know what year that movie came out?
When?
1991.
Damn.
That doesn't strike anybody as a little odd. 2 movies, the same actress, the same year. That actress's character is fucking a football player.
Oh.
Forget it.
All right, folks. Grab a neck brace and be careful on them stairs, because that first step, it's a doozy.
Oh, I got that.
It's The Taking of Beverly Hills on Movies with Ron.
It's showtime.
All right, so the opening credits begin, and we hear some really upbeat bongos. Yeah, and then it just says, The Taking of Beverly Hills. It starts off with a voiceover from Matt Frewer, the trash can man. And he's like, bumpty bump. Beverly Hills, California. The perfect marriage of beauty and money. There's $10 billion tucked away in the banks here. Not bad for a population of only 33,000 people. It reeks of money. 20 million anywhere else. It'll buy you a small country. Here it'll get you a nice 2-bedroom. No yard. It's an oasis in the middle of L.A. It's got its own city council, its own mayor, and of course, its own police force. Beverly Hills has about 1,000 lawyers and about as many gardeners. Movie stars, rock stars, millionaires, billionaires, and a few crooks. And if you're a Beverly Hills cop like me, you can't afford to live here. Makes you think, doesn't it? And then it's like, Beverly Hills life. Big shots of, Rodeo Drive. That's how you say that? Mm-hmm. Rodeo Drive? The director was obviously in love with this one girl on roller skates. Look it up. You'll see what I mean. Now it starts to get dark. This was a montage of an entire day in Beverly Hills. Anyway, it's night, and the movie actually begins. And we see a real nice Rolls Royce driving around the city of Beverly Hills. In the back is Robert Davi.
Oh.
All right.
Good old shotgun face. Playing a character named Robert Masterson, and everybody calls him Bat. You know, Bat Masterson?
Yeah.
You know that guy, right? Mm-hmm. You dated him in high school. And he is the owner of the local football team, the NFL team.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, the Beverly Hills butt fuckers? And it pulls up to the Beverly Hills Homeless Fund Benefit Super Mega Fundraiser. And it's all like, ooh, it's nice. Set up right there in the middle of Rodeo Drive.
Damn.
He gets out of his car and is greeted by his chief of security, Varney. His name is Varney, and he has kind of a birth defect. His head looks like the head of a dick. Like, for real. Bat says to him, is Laura here yet? Yeah, you bet. So they walk in, and, they're saying hi to the chief of police, who is actually Ferris Bueller's dad. Remember that guy?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Hey, Bat. Congratulations on the win tonight. Everybody's congratulating him. Now we see the team's coach, and he is talking with the mayor of Beverly Hills. The mayor is Colonel Sanders from Spaceballs. So the coach looks at him, and he's like, oh, man. Mayor Sanders, there is more. Look at this tonight. Look at this benefit. There is more heart and caring about the homeless and the little guy. More of that is here than anywhere else, and it is all thanks to you. Good job, darling. Not here, Lou. So Bat walks up to this old white-haired fella. You can tell this old guy smells terrific. Would you join us at my table? No. But Laura's sitting with me. She's very brave. You know, Mitchell, I still haven't given up on you being my father-in-law. My daughter was slumming it with you, you herpy. And Bat is like, why do you treat me like there's something wrong with my money? Remember, he owns a football team.
Yeah.
You don't get it. Nothing's wrong with your money. It's you. And Bat just like, haha, yeah, smiles through the rage. You're in the insurance business, okay? That's the fucking protection racket. You sell fear and paranoia. Mitchell like nods and smiles like, yeah, you'd see it that way, wouldn't you? Oh, by the way, the local clergy, they're giving Rushmore a truckload of shit about your wall. I'm afraid the board's going to ask me to cancel your policy. So he is the CEO or owner, whatever, of the Rushmore Insurance Agency.
Okay.
Cancel my policy? What the fuck? Bat's mad. Apparently he owns a wall somewhere, and he's having it insured. Mitchell's about to walk away, and he turns back to him, and he's like, and you've got a small dick. You've got a small dick! And then Mitchell's already gone and talking to somebody else. He walks over to Varney. Who's on duty? Is this chief of private security? Is everything all right? Under control. Where's Boomer? He's not here yet. We'll get him here now. Now we see 3 homeless people that are in front of a store on Rodeo Drive. And it's nighttime. All the stores are closed. And they're like, looking in the window, pointing and talking to each other like, look at all of that nice stuff. Maybe we can sleep here. There's a guy inside the store who's like, ting, 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 tapping on the window like, go away, get away from my store. Up walks Matt Frewer, Officer Trash.
All right.
Excuse me, are you shooing these people away? Are you saying they can't shop here, sir? You have no idea who these people are. That's Michael Jackson, that's Warren Beatty, and Jack Nicholson. So Trash is a beat cop in Beverly Hills, okay?
Yeah.
It's probably worse jobs to have, Varney walks up to him and he's like, Trash! Go over to Boomer Shitz's house and bring him back here now. Like tonight. You got that? Like, remember, Trash is a cop. Varney is not. So I was like, what? He's like giving this cop orders.
Yeah.
You should relax, sir. Trash! Get your ass in the fucking car and get Shits back here now, or I'm gonna fucking drill you where you stand. Can you understand that much? Officer Trash just puts his hands up and he goes, is that a gay thing, sir? Because, go now! Chief Bueller hears this and he walks over and is like, whoa, what's all the shouting? It's a party, Varney, what's going on? Oh, Chief Bueller. Well, Mr. Masterson wants Boomer, so I sent Trash to go get him. Yeah, well, could you keep it down? These people are rich. Yeah, right, Chief. Trash is out walking to his squad car, and he's like talking to himself. What a moron. Probably a test tube baby. You can tell by the shape of his head. Remember, he's got a dick head. It's like a big mushroom. He's like really sensitive about it. Chief's like, Varney, I know you like getting dressed up for these shindigs. It ain't exactly police work. Oh, are you saying you miss being a cop? In the security business, you get paid, bitch. Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling. Yeah, well, you can do it without shouting. I can shout all I goddamn want, Chief, because I ain't one of your boys no more. And he walks away. And Chief Bueller is like, yeah? Oh, yeah? I'll remember that. And then up drives a nice limousine. And inside is pro football star Boomer Shits.
All right.
That's Ken Wahl, baby. Big crowd outside the event, waiting for the limo. Oh, we love you, Boomer! Oh my God, Boomer! Ken Wahl, handsome devil. Also the best mullet you have ever seen in a movie. I'm serious. Makes you want one. So he's getting out. He's in a tux and he's greeting his fans. It's a pretty hard life he's got. And he says to himself, well, time to go to work. And then Trash walks up and Boomer is getting mobbed by all these people. Hey, what did I do now? I don't know, sir, but it's obviously contagious. Like my clap. Right. Look, I was told to come and get you. They want to see you up there in the benefit. So Masterson sends a cop? Listen, do yourself a favor, man. Tell these jerks that your job is to protect and serve, not fetch, huh? Why don't you tell them? They won't fire you. Boomer stops and he looks at him and he's like, huh? Okay. Okay. Who do I tell? He looks at Trash's nameplate and he's like, Trash. Who do I tell, man? Do you know, Varney? Yeah. Masterson's, Chief Quasimodo. Got a big old dickhead? Yeah, that's him. Yeah, okay. I'll get you a bonus. And then he just walks into the party. Trash is standing there like, wow, that was my brush with greatness. So now old Mitchell, he's on stage, he's giving a speech. He's like, welcome to the Beverly Hills Homeless Mega Fund. It's been a very successful day. We have raised $2 million. Yay! Everybody goes crazy. While he's giving this speech, Boomer is like walking into the event, and everyone who sees him has to talk to him. Like, he is loved.
Yeah.
Hey, Boomer, congratulations, great job. Hey, hell of a pass, Boomer. Yeah, thanks, guys, all right. He goes up to Varney, and he's like, listen, Varney, next time you want me, okay, don't send that guy Trash. That guy scares the hell out of me. And then he just walks away. And Varney's like, Trash? He just did that as a favor to Trash.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay.
All right. Thought he was fucking him over for a second.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Fire him.
Okay, this benefit is full of people in tuxedos and evening gowns, and they're all having drinks, and it's beautiful, and there is one actual homeless guy that they have invited to the benefit, and he is like sitting at a nice table. Like, he is our representative of the homeless population in Beverly Hills.
God.
And he's like, an old guy, and he's like sitting down at the table. He's smoking a big cigar, and he's drinking some brandy. And he's in his like shabby homeless rags.
Oh, God.
Oh.
It's the greatest day of his life. Boomer walks right up to him and he's like, hey, congratulations, Mr. Masterson over here. He tells me you're getting a shot at the corporate training program. That's terrific. And the whole place starts applauding. The homeless guy is like, oh my God, really? Bat is like, shit. Bat shit. He stands up, he plays along for the crowd. He's like, oh, he took away my surprise. Yeah, Boomer, he loves surprises. He sits down with Boomer, and he's like, yeah, that was cute. That's great. Thanks for that. Yeah, well, what's another 50 grand to you, Bat? It's clear that they hate each other. And, they're playing nice for the crowd. He puts his arm around them. He's like, I've had it with your grandstand plays as the clock runs out. Yeah, well, I won, didn't I? You see, that's your problem, Boomer. The team won. Not just you. Now I've had it. If you were smart, you would have made me your ally, but that's over. And Boomer's like smiling and nodding like, yep, it is over. Well, then why am I here, Bat? Your contract, it includes public appearances like this. And people are still yelling to Boomer, hey man, we love you, dude. Man, you smell so good. Boomer's like, thanks. Yeah, attaboy. Put on the charm. Be the window dressing I pay you to be, huh? They both start laughing, but it's like incredibly tense.
Yeah.
Oh, you'll find yourself playing in the Canadian League. And Boomer's like, oh, yeah, man, totally. Now we see Laura walking in. Bat was very concerned about her in the beginning, remember?
Mm-hmm. The old bastard's daughter?
Mitchell's daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know, Bat, there's plenty of other teams that would want to buy my contract, man. Oh, yeah? How's your leg, Boomer? Huh? How many seasons do you think you got left? I own you, baby. Yes, massa. Ah, that a boy. And then Bat stands up. He's like, Laura, and he kisses her. She sits down, and Boomer gets a look at her, and he's like,
Please sit on my feet.
yeah, man, he likes what he sees. And then the band on stage, like, plays some horns. They're like, dur, 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 dur. And then Mitchell gets on stage, and he's like, ladies and gentlemen, I have here a check for $1 million from Mr. Robert Masterson. And everybody starts cheering, and he's like, yeah, all right. He's waving his hand. The homeless guy, like, stands up and starts clapping for his new boss. And then Mitchell says, this gift means so much to so many. We know how little it means to you to make it. And the crowd's like, whoa! You even hear some lady go, my. Laura turns to Bat, and she's like, oh, you know what? Thank you so much for that. That supports the fund so much. You want to come with me to celebrate my victory tonight? She looks down at Bat's crotch, and she's like, no. And then Bat, like, clears his throat. And then Laura walks away. She's leaving the benefit. She was just stopping by. Boomer gets up to go follow her, and Bat stops him. He's like, where do you think you're going? I've been there, shits. Only money climbs that mountain. And then Boomer's like, yeah, we'll see. And he follows her outside the benefit. Right then, Bat starts having an asthma attack. And he has to pull out an inhaler and, like, take some medicine.
Poor guy.
Mitchell catches Laura, and he's like, hey, I'm meeting your mom in New York. You want to come with me? She's like, no, Dad, I don't like swingers parties. And it's weird that you're inviting me to it. But you love shunting. I'm good, okay? You have a safe flight. I love you. She leaves. Boomer finally stops her outside the event. Hi. Hi. Excuse me. I'm Boomer. Boomer Shits. Yeah, I know. And you are? Trying to leave unmolested. Right then, we see a bunch of his teammates at a table inside the benefit, one of which is the coach. And somebody's like, I bet he gets it. He always gets what he wants. And the coach is like, $50 says nothing happens. And they all start, like, throwing money on the table. I'm with Coach. I'll take it. Bat is at the table right next to them. And he's just like, he's stewing, man. Laura says to Boomer, look, what do you want? To spend some time with you. To see if I like spending time with you. Yeah, well, we've already done that. Well, what do you mean? I just met you. Fuck you talking. Listen, you're a jock, okay? You're infantile. You expect accolades simply because you exist. You're rich without a sense of obligation. And you probably have hair all over the shaft of your penis. Am I getting pretty close? He's like, yeah, actually. Well, what about this here? You know, you accuse me, self-centered stuff. What about this over here? He points at the fundraiser. You know, you put some homeless people in shelters, you think you're a saint. You know, who's self-centered? If you really cared about them, you'd be after me to do something about it. What, toss them a ball? Well, yeah, they got kids, don't they? You know how important it is for kids to have self-esteem and taste success with somebody like me? Oh, a day with Boomer Shits. Yeah! Yeah, no thanks. I'll give you a month. Give me 2 years. I'll give you 1 year. 1 year of coaching. And she turns around. She's like, oh, really? That's very generous. Well, there is a quid pro quo. Which is? We spend some time getting to know each other. How much time? 24 hours. Okay, in 4-hour intervals. 8 starting right now. 6 starting next Friday. Okay, 8 and you're done. but only if you kiss me on the cheek and you take my hand romantically and we stroll out of here like you think I'm a human being. And she's like, 52 Saturdays, 8 hours. Okay, you got a deal. And she does it. Back at the team table, somebody's like, I hate that prick. And they're like collecting all the money. Another guy goes, he makes the pass. Bat is crushed.
Oh.
He's like, oh, man. We cut, for some reason, to a semi-truck hauling ass through the streets of Beverly Hills. Mm-hmm. Pulling a big tanker that says toxic waste on it.
Jesus.
And it's like, it is hauling ass down the street. Driving it, Branscombe Richmond.
All right.
He's playing a character named Benitez. Now, I know what you're thinking. What's up with all these bees? Also, pretty good-looking mullet. Not as good as Ken Wahl's. So Boomer and Laura are starting their 8 hours of getting to know you time. They drive off to like some fancy bar. They're having a drink. They happen to be drinking Louis XIII.
Jesus.
And that's all done just over some sensual saxophone music. We don't hear what they're saying, but they end up back at Boomer's house. We see the benefit is over, and they're like closing it up, and they're finally kicking that one guy out. But my training program. And this damn truck still speeding around town. What the hell is this guy doing? Boomer and Laura, they're on his couch, and they are just talking.
Nice.
Yeah, it's real nice. She's like, Bat, he owns a football team. It's very American. Nah, playing. Playing is American. Owning? That's just being rich. Well, he's sad and he's frustrated. I mean, I know you have to know about his penis, right? Yeah, well, he's got a small penis, like some guys do. It's not that big of a deal. I mean, yeah, but he can't just sit and talk, like this, like you. Now we see Trash, and he is on duty. He's in his squad car, and he pulls up next to a car where two people are inside, like necking, getting it on. And he shines his light in on him. He's like, sir, are you wearing a condom? Oh, my God, what? No, I didn't think so. Well, this is a safe sex zone, sir, so you're going to have to move along. Meanwhile, Boomer is still opening up to Laura. He's talking about, I just hate being knocked down. I've always hated it. So, I started playing football so I could knock other guys down. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to prove myself. So there, now you know. Are you satisfied? And she goes, no. Not yet. And it's like, whoa, baby. Trash finally finds the speeding truck, and he's like, what the hell's going on? Oh, my God. Woo, 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 woo. Starts following it. Back with Boomer and Laura. Boomer looks at her, and he's like, I got knocked down a few times today. I know we got a couple hours left on our deal, but do you mind if we use it some other time? And she goes, I'd like that. I'd like that a lot.
Ooh.
And it's like, oh, he knows what he's doing.
Every day I'm hustling.
I'm sorry I was such a smartass to you. That's okay. That's okay. And he walks her to the door. And then he kisses her goodbye. She kisses him back and grabs his ass. Which is incredible. His asses go. They're kissing, and the truck speeds by the house, and it actually shakes the house, okay? And she's like, oh, my God, what was that? And Boomer goes, the earth moved. She's like, He looks at her, and he's like, I'm feeling much better. Oh, yeah? Yeah. So then she shuts the door and kicks off her heels, baby. Trash is chasing this truck down Rodeo Drive, okay? And then Benitez jackknifes that shit right in the middle of the road and topples the tanker, but his truck is able to be fine, and it just speeds away. Now, the tanker that says toxic waste on it just rolls over and starts spilling yellow shit everywhere. And it's like hissing and fogging out yellow smoke and stuff. Oof. Code 40, there's shit leaking all over the place. We got a spill. It's an emergency. He speeds off to the station. So when he gets there, he walks in, he goes past two drunk guys that are like on the I just got arrested and now I have to wait to be processed bench.
Yeah.
But they're sitting there with a statue from Bob's Big Boy. Okay, that's a American diner type restaurant, right?
Yeah.
Made famous in Terminator 1. Hey, Sarge, what's going on? Hazmat says it's fluorine. That shit's lethal. It's got a 900-foot isolation radius and a 3-square-mile evac. And I can't get the chief. He's the Beverly Hills chief of police, and he lives in fucking Pasadena. Like, what the hell's going on? What's up with that? I gotta handle this evacuation myself. Man, 3 square miles? Yeah, the whole damn town. And all the phones just went down, too. Well, what about those two? Yeah, they got drunk at a wedding and then started humping that statue. Like, they pulled it like into the middle of the street and were doing this.
Like you do.
They even went and tried to get a room with it. And then one guy, they're drunk. One guy like slaps the statue on the ass and he's like, yeah, you're mine. Trash goes, you want me to question it? Nah, screw it. Let him go. We got this spill to deal with. So now we see fire trucks pulling up to the crash tanker. It's all spewing fumes and yellow smoke. And then in drives a wonderfully organized convoy of EPA trucks. And they're like loaded down with guys in hazmat suits and gas masks. So henchmen.
Yeah.
They get to the fire. There's cops out there like in the middle of the yellow smoke. And these guys in the gas masks, they're like, dude, you look at this meter. It's in the red. You guys gotta go.
Yeah.
You better go suit up. All right, that's it. We're pulling out. Go back to the station and suit up. So all the cops leave. Now back at Boomer's place, okay, we see Laura. She's in the bathroom. She's in her underwear, which oddly enough is a one piece. And then she pulls on a jersey of Boomer's. So you know it's serious. Number 12. She goes and finds him in the hugest bathtub ever. And like he is in there taking a bubble bath. A man. In a bubble bath. Got candles lit like he lit them. Like they were there already. Oh, that's weird. And then he's like, hello. Hello. Some toys you have here. And she points to the back wall and it is like, you know those new silicone full-size sex dolls that are like thousands of dollars? He's got like 12 of them. Like all on a shelf. He's like, yeah, thanks.
Sexual appliances.
And then from the side of the bathroom, this huge bathroom that they're in, this one of these sex dolls just starts rushing at Laura. And then stops. Like it's on a track. It's an automated football training dummy.
Ah.
Yeah. And she's like, she almost gets hit by it. She's like, what the hell is that? And he's like, oh yeah, that's Alzado. Yeah, she keeps me on my toes so I don't get knocked down. Like he has it in his bathroom and it rushes at him whenever he walks in to take a shit. He's like, yeah, sorry, I know you don't like athletes. I love athletes. What I hate is jocks. Yeah, well, I am making my best effort to live down the reputation. You're doing very well. Cops are out there blocking off all the roads into Beverly Hills. They instigate the quarantine. So it's like, all right, this is happening. Okay, Beverly Hills is closing. All access is closed. I repeat, Beverly Hills is closed. At the station, all the cops, they go into the locker room to suit up in their, hazmat gear. And that little sergeant walks in and he starts giving a speech. All right, you apes. Fluorine is dangerous, okay? It's noxious and it's fatal. I don't want anybody dying out there on me. All right, now let's move. Come on. Outside, we see those two drunk guys from the wedding. They turn to the big boy statue. They open a trapdoor in its ass. They shove their arms inside real slow. And they pull out micro Uzis.
Oh.
Damn.
Then they go over to the locker room door and they lock that shit. And they trap all of the cops inside.
Well, shit.
I know, right? And inside they're like, hey, Sarge, we're locked in. What the hell? They're all like, trying the door. And, they all kind of look all pathetic like the Keystone Cops, like. Meanwhile, Trash is out on the street. He's like the one cop who didn't go in there.
All right.
He's driving around and he's like announcing, "You are hereby ordered to evacuate your homes immediately." He's driving through all these nice neighborhoods, okay, mansions all over the place. "There is no danger as long as you leave immediately. Please proceed to the buses provided. They'll take you to a hotel in Century City." And then school buses start rolling in. And then to assist with the evacuation, other cops show up and they're in gas masks, okay? They're like, "Come on, it's okay, get in the buses." And people start coming out of their homes. They're all in their pajamas and like, robes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Trash still announcing, "Do not worry about security. The police department is on duty." So all these Richies, they're walking out there in their pajamas and stuff. And there's like one old lady who's like in a leather outfit.
Damn.
Yeah, and her husband's got like a leash around his neck, and he's like, "Come on, they said we have to go." He's like brushing candle wax off of like his ass, and there is a lot of it.
Must have been a night.
Now everywhere there's like a smoky haze in the air, like all over, to make it look, like there's a spill, right? "The emergency should last no more than 6 hours. That's what the EPA estimates." Bat walks out of his mansion. "Huh? What's going on here?" And just starts having an asthma attack. So he takes his inhaler and he's like, "Ew." A cop is like, "Sir, you can board a bus over there." Now back at Boomer's house, he's in the tub. She's sitting at the edge and there's like nice sexy music playing. She stops, she looks at him, she's like, "We're doing this, aren't we?" "Oh, Laura, there's no pressure. Do you like anal?"
Oh, fuck.
"Well, yes, but do you have any condoms? I don't like getting poop on my dick."
Oh my God.
"Wait, what?" "Do you have any champagne?" "Do you need champagne?" "Not at all." "Yeah, okay, it's in the fridge." "I'll be right back." And she leaves. Outside, the evacuation, that's still going on. Laura's coming downstairs. She's in the jersey, and she hears the commotion outside. So she walks over to the front door, opens it up, and there's immediately 2 cops standing there. They're like, "Come on, man, we gotta go. Evacuation, medical emergency. Let's go. Wait, no, Boomer's inside. Boomer's still inside." "It's okay, ma'am. Just go. We'll get Boomer. We'll get him, ma'am." Okay." So she gets on the bus. "I'm just waiting on the bus." So her bus speeds off, and those cops are like, "Who the hell is Boomer? Stupid ass name." "I don't know, it's probably your dog. Just forget it." And now the lead cop, he's like, "Giving orders, get over there, get these people out of here, blah, blah, blah." He takes off his gas mask, and it's Varney.
Damn.
Big old dickhead. And he walks out, he takes a look, he's looking around at this neighborhood in Beverly Hills. He looks down at his watch, and then he holds up his radio, and he broadcasts out to all those cops there, and he just says, "Take it." And then, "You're unbelievable." Boom! Don, 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 don. And these cops, man, they start going to work. Now, there's cops and there's EPA guys in hazmat suits, okay? Everybody's got gas masks. The cops, they have these little computers on their wrists. This is in 1991. They just look like calculators, okay? They all pull off the gas masks because they don't need them because it's a heist.
Yeah.
So they turn on these little computers, and then somewhere off in a room, like a control room, mission control, there are 2 nerds sitting there at these old-timey computers, okay? And one of them goes, "We're operational." "Okay, guys, we got 70 minutes before the National Guard shows up." And then we see a clock on their computer begin, and it's got 70 minutes.
Damn.
And it starts counting down. So these EPA guys in their hazmat suits, they roll out these big hazardous waste barrels. And they're on wheels, and they got a bunch of them. They're like big and yellow. They got the biohazard sign and everything. And they just line them up outside all of these mansions. Remember, doom, 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 doom. It's going, baby.
REM. All right.
It's in excess.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
EMF. There you go.
EMF. That's what I remember about this movie. Barrels, and they're like throwing jewels in them.
Yeah. So the cops, with their little wrist computers, they type in the address on the little computer It feeds them back the access and alarm codes to the mansions.
Damn.
So they just open up the doors, and the EPA guys just roll in and just take everything. They load everything into these hazmat barrels, and then they seal them like they're full of toxic waste.
Yeah.
Like, who's going to want to open that shit?
We could do this. Nobody knows about this movie. we could do it.
Sounds like a good heist.
So the buses, they're all full of all these old rich people in their pajamas and their leather outfits, and they're driving down the road, and on the buses there's like tuxedoed waiters serving champagne. And everybody's like, it's very unusual, but, we're having a good time, because nothing's ever really a problem when you're rich.
Yeah.
Right? They actually drive past the spill. They drive past the truck, that's pumping all the crap. And everybody's having such a fine time, except for Laura. She is looking at the spill, and she sees some stray dogs, like, running through the streets of Rodeo Drive. And, like, finally free! Start the rebellion.
Is she on the bus in underwear and a jersey?
And a coat.
Okay.
Nice.
Kenny's all, what's she wearing? So, Boomer is still in the tub. He's using his remote control to choose the sex music in the bathroom. Okay? And he settles on, let's get it on.
Oh, God.
Yeah, perfect. Out on Rodeo Drive, they're rolling in cranes and shit. Like, they're getting serious. It was already a good idea with the cops and the EPA just stealing from people's houses, but, like, more serious things are beginning to happen. They roll this stuff right up to the first bank of Beverly Hills. They enter the code in the control room, and one of the nerds is like, all right, here we go. This is the first big one. Okay. And then the alarm goes off from the bank. It's going off in the police station. There's nobody there to hear it.
Yeah.
They're all like, dum, 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 dum. Hey, it sneaks in here. In the computer room, we can see this bank has $7 million in it, plus a bunch of stuff in the, safe deposit boxes. So, these computer nerds, they're like pretty well organized. Okay, that's really all you need for a good heist.
Yeah.
It's a good couple of Theos.
Yeah.
Mayor Sanders drives up to one of the roadblocks, okay? He demands to be let in. The cop's like, hang on, I gotta check this. Hey, the mayor, yeah, Colonel Sanders from Spaceballs, he's here. He's demanding to be let in. Okay, you're clear. Go on in. Back on Rodeo Drive, cops and the EPA guys, they're like smashing storefront windows and taking stuff. And in the computer room, you can just see the number of money just like going up and up and up. Like this is all the stuff they have accounted for. When they fill up these barrels, they roll them into the backs of ambulances, okay? And they got a whole bunch of those. Okay, so they're just filling them up with these barrels that are full of gold and booty and dildos. All these cops are smashing stuff and taking it out of the stores, and you can hear one of them going, come on, Tony, get greedy. Boomer's getting out of the tub, and he puts on a towel. And he's like, hey, Laura? Laura?
I'm all pruny.
Yeah. Did you find it? Champagne? Like 30 minutes ago? So Mayor Sanders drives up and he's like, Varney? Dickhead guy. What the hell, Varney? What are you doing in a uniform? What's going on around here? Varney just pulls out his gun and shoots him right between the eyes.
Oh.
But it's like suppressed, so it's like, oof. And then Varney says to his dead body, I'm taking my turn at the trough, pal. And then he goes back to giving orders when Trash drives up and sees the mayor. And he gets out. Hey, Varney, you said no killing. Trash, we got work to do. Now let's get to it. And Trash backs off. Varney's like, all right, let's move it. Let's move it. Go, go, go. Let's fuck and get fucked. Boomer's looking around the house. He cannot find Laura. What the hell? Maybe she went outside. He opens up the door. Nothing but the chaos of what's happening outside. There's cops and EPA just like wheeling these barrels everywhere. Right in front of his house is where that exchange with Varney and Trash just happened. So he walks out his front door and Varney sees him in his towel and he just goes,
Boomer.
I thought Boomer was a dog.
Kill him. And then put something in his ass or I don't know. I hate that guy.
Joe, Frank, go get him. So these two randos just start running after Boomer. Boomer's like, and he runs into his house. Trash is just like, what's going on here? He's watching it. So Boomer runs back in, and there is one cop right on his tail. He turns, grabs him, and just shoves him down to the floor. And then he turns around and slams the door on the other one. So he kind of like hits it and flies backward. Woo! Back outside. But they're both getting back up. And one of them starts shooting at Boomer, who's on his way back upstairs. He runs into the bathroom. He grabs Alzado. Remember the big sex doll on the track? And he like pulls it out a little bit more into the bathroom. And then he jumps back into the bathtub and gets underwater. And then the first cop runs into the bathroom already shooting and then gets slammed by Alzado. And when she hits him, it's like, and he just flies out the window.
Damn.
The second cop comes in like a lot more cautious. He's got his gun drawn, and he comes in just as Boomer like comes up for air out of the tub. So that cop, he just fires at him. Boom, 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 boom. Boomer's like flinching, and then boom! That cop's chest just explodes.
Whoa.
Shit.
So all this blood and gore just flies out, and then he falls down. And behind him, dun, 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 Trash.
Oh, all right.
If I can change, everybody should change.
Well, he saved his life. But, he was in on it, so fuck him.
Yeah.
Boomer gets out of the tub. He is still naked in a towel, which is now soaking wet, so it's like sucked to his like awesome butt. What the hell's going on? I had a woman here. Where is she? Trash is like totally despondent, man. It's a game show. Beat the clock. 90 minutes of risk and you're a millionaire. What? Where's the woman I was with? She was going to do anal, man. Evac. Everybody's safe at Evac, Century City. Damn, you got a nice ass, sir. Now it cuts to one of those SWAT tanks, that don't have treads but have big tires. And it's just speeding through Beverly Hills, just like speeding through the streets. We see the driver. Fucking Benitez. That's him, the big vehicles,
Yeah.
So he drives up to the operation there, and he's like crashing into shit on the way. What the hell's wrong with you, Benitez? Benitez steps out, and he's in like a stylish suit with no tie, just like a blazer, the way Candy loves. Varney's like, Benitez, where the hell you been? This sector's empty, and you've been hiding in that thing. Benitez just starts loading his Desert Eagle, and he says, Did you know a human's only natural defense is the use of his intelligence? I guess you wouldn't know a fucking thing about that now, would you, Varney?
Jesus.
And he storms off. Okay, and then Varney just yells out, Kind of leaves you unarmed, doesn't it, Benitez? And it's like, what the hell just happened? Like, whose insult was that?
Yeah.
Varney recovered pretty well, I thought. Back in the bathroom. Hey, what's up with the cops, man? The cops that are shooting at me? Oh, they're not cops. They're ex-cops. What about all the other cops? Outside. They're all ex-cops, man. Get rich. Why not? That's an easy deal. Tricked out toxic spill. No one wants to go near that kind of shit. Evacuate everyone. Take what you want. It's a perfect crime. It's Sunday night. Everybody's tired from the party. Surprise. Are you a part of this? I was. Bumpty bumpty bump. Oh, you're a piece of shit, man. No one was supposed to get hurt. All these guys with guns and no one's supposed to get hurt. Where's the real cops? They're back at the station. They're trapped in the locker room. It's co-ed like in RoboCop. I did that. I don't know why I can't do the rest. He's having an attack of conscience.
Yeah.
Boomer gets dressed. He puts on some black jeans and a jersey, baby. And he sits down and he starts cooking up a shot of heroin.
Oh, my God.
He's like, out of breath. Remember, he's also got like kind of a bad ankle, so he's kind of limping around. We got to get out of Beverly Hills. and tell them what's going on. Trash is just watching him fill this syringe. Like, fuck are you doing, man? We're gonna die here. I ain't loading myself up with this shit so I can go just sit around here and die. And he injects himself into the ankle. Well, then you'll die in the street. And then the first of, many football-themed lines. Hey, I'm a master at moving downfield, and they don't know I'm in the game. You're one guy with a great ass. I'm two guys with a great ass. I don't know about guns, so you're coming too. We got to get to L.A. That's our goal. We won't make it out of the yard, man. Well, we're going to try. You just got drafted. So they take the dead cop's gun and radio, and they go downstairs. Baddies are outside, wondering like, hey, we sent those two randos in after him. Where are they? Boomer's like, it's cool. This is actually a pretty strong door that I got. Like, I had to order it special. And then, boom, the tank busts into the house.
Holy shit.
And they're like, oh, they got to dive, Benitez sees them running away. And he's just looking at that ass. He is mesmerized. They run in the backyard. They start hopping fences. The tank just crashes out the back of the house and follows them. Benitez, still looking at Boomer's ass, he just actually says, like under his breath, I want it. They run, and Boomer's like, follow me. Do what I do. Right, you get $2 million a year to do what you do. They actually go out and hit the street, and Boomer, tackles a couple of the bad cops, and Trash comes face to face with one, and he just, nervously pulls out his nightstick, and then cracks him in the fucking forehead. Probably dead. He just falls, and they run! The tank is following him and starts firing out of its big cannon. Boom!
Oh, God.
Boom! Mansions blowing up.
Oh.
It's all over the place, trying to take these two guys out. They're dodging, they're running through the smoke and the fire. They're running next to each other, and Trash is like, so, anal, huh? They run through some more backyards. The tank is wrecking, baby, is what it's here for. Then they also have to avoid all the bad cops, too. Okay, not just the tank. So they end up in an alley. And they both jump into a big green garbage can. Not a dumpster, like a regular residential garbage can that's just large enough to accommodate two grown men. They're inside of it with the lid down, and Trash is like, wow, Beverly Hills garbage smells just like Simi Valley garbage. Shut up, Trash. Are you talking to me? Yeah, his name's Trash. I think we lost him. Then the tank slams into the alley and accidentally takes their can with it. Like their trash can is stuck to the front of the tank.
Oh, no.
And it's like speeding down the alley. Boomer pokes his head up through the top and just sees that they are about to be crushed into an oncoming cop car.
Ah!
And you just hear Trash go, should I be nervous? Yeah. And then at the last second, the can actually rolls out of the way. But the tank still rams the cop car. Like, Benitez don't care. He want that ass. We see the bad cops calling the good cops in L.A. over the radio. And they're like, yeah, the explosions you're hearing are very normal. They are from the EPA testing and drilling. So, no need to be concerned. And the good cops that are at the border, they're like, yep, 10-4, no problem. Sounds good. Everybody stay out of Beverly Hills no matter what you see or hear. These good cops, these same cops, stop Chief Bueller as he's trying to get into Beverly Hills. They're like, you're kind of late, sir. I live in Pasadena. What am I supposed to do? I just got here. Well, don't worry. Your boys, they're doing a good job. They got everything, locked down and everything. Well, let me in. This is an embarrassment. No way, sir. Fluorine is dangerous, and I hear it makes your dick fall off. Chief Bueller's like, whoa. You serious? All right. Where's the EPA control center then? Oh, down in Century City at the hotel there. Hey, thanks. I'm going to go there. All right, yeah, keep up the good work. So he goes there, and that's where all the residents are. Some of them, they're all like in the lobby of this big, nice hotel. Some of them are kind of nervous, but most of them are just having a great time. Okay, they're like drinking, they're gambling. Okay, seriously, there is a huge crowd of old people, like, throwing dice on the lobby floor.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. And they, like, got fistfuls of cash, okay? It's like a big old party. The old lady in the leather outfit, she's, like, putting on a show with her husband. And she's like, any requests? And you just hear some guy off screen go, ash to ash.
Oh, my God.
So Laura is there in the hotel, too. And so is Bat. Turns out he owns the hotel. I'm worried about Boomer.
He's not here?
Not that I've seen.
You know, there's a suite upstairs if you want to go and have some rest.
No, thanks. Like, we were gonna do anal.
That's, Jesus. That's nice.
You're such a good friend, Pat.
Yeah, thanks. I had them open the shops if you want to get a change of clothes.
She looks over at the leather lady, and she's like, that's a great idea.
Just sign my name.
I can sign my own name, thanks.
Is that Boomer's jersey you're wearing under your coat?
Well, we went on one date, and now he owns me, so...
Who feels sorry for Bat?
I do. That's painful.
I'm going to tell you what. It's the breathalyzer, the inhaler. I feel sorry for him.
It humanizes him.
Yeah.
So there's this guy walking around in glasses, and he's got an EPA badge. Chief Bueller is in there, and he's like, yeah, I'm looking for the EPA. There's a valet, goes up to that first guy. He's like, hey, excuse me, are you in the EPA? Well, Chief Bueller is here, and he's looking for you. Oh, yeah. Okay, well, where is he? Yeah, he's over there in the lobby. All right, I will go and see him. He walks out of the room and then pulls the EPA badge off, puts it in his pocket, and just like, walks away. Laura is walking by in her new leather outfit.
Oh.
She's expecting Boomer. And she sees that happen. And she is suspicious of that man, so she follows him. Boomer and Trash still running through the yard. Boomer and Trash still running through the yard. We lost him. All right, high five, yeah. Trash like can't even reach the high five. I need a checkup. Then they hear something. They turn. Benitez is still on him with the tank. He's shooting at him again. He's blowing up more mansions. They're jumping fences. He cannot hit him. And he's hitting everything in Beverly Hills except for them. He's like, boom, boom. Shit, that ass. Boomer stops. He's like, that's it. I'm sick of playing defense. And then no shit, he takes Trash by the hand and they run. Like, for real. I didn't add that. Benitez is talking to Varney on the radio. Yeah, I gotta do some shit too, but yeah, okay. I gotta break a bad attitude first. And he just keeps going after him. They run up to a fence, okay? Boomer leans over and looks through it. And then he looks at Trash. He's like, okay, here's what you do. You sit on top of that fence. And you don't jump until I say. And when you do, you run to the left. You jump to the left, okay? Yeah, okay, like this, help me up onto the fence. And then Boomer runs out to the tank and he's like, hey, asshole, come on, I'm here, come on, kill me. He comes running back. The tank is right behind him. We see from Benitez's point of view that Boomer is like running serpentine in the road so he can't hit him, like, serpentine. Like he's playing football, right?
Yeah.
Benitez, he's chasing him and he's just watching him. And he's like trying to steer with his hand down his pants. Your ass is mine, quarterback. Boomer leads him to the fence and then he just yells out, no! And Trash jumps over. Boomer, being much more athletic, he just like leaps the fence, okay? And then the tank follows him through and gets bogged down in a swimming pool.
Woo!
Nice.
Boomer's like, touchdown, asshole! And they run off. Benitez, he's crawling out of the wreck and he's like, it's only halftime, my friend. And he's like buttoning his pants. It is only halftime. So at a table in the hotel now is Chief Bueller, some random guy named Tony, Bat, and Laura, who is no longer following the fake EPA guy for some reason. Chief's like, yeah, you know what? Why was that truck even in Beverly Hills anyway? What was it doing there? Our bus drove by it, and I saw dogs around the spill. Toby looks up like, huh? Chief's like, so? So what? You're just a woman with a small brain. Well, if the gas makes your dick fall off, don't you think animals would avoid it? And then Toby is like, yeah, one whiff of fluorine would send the dumbest dog running. It's not fluorine. Bat is like, Toby, you manufacture contraceptives and anal lube. Laura looks up. Toby's like, yes, I do. Well, that's quite a big leap to chemical spills, don't you think? Prior to being a CEO, I was a biochemist. Oh. Yeah. I don't think the EPA knows shit. The chief's like, hey man, stop shouting. He does not like shouting. Some guy comes up and he whispers into Bat's ear, who then gets up and leaves. Laura, what the hell's going on here? She's like, excuse me. And she goes and follows him. Now it's just Toby and the chief. And Toby's like, do you know how to play gin? No, I don't, but I wanted to tell you. My wife really loves your products. Toby starts smiling and he pats him on the arm. He's like, I'm glad you're still having fun. Barney's out on Rodeo Drive giving orders. Use the yellow smoke grenades. Come on. I want Century City to think that we've got the biggest toxic spill. I want them to shit bricks. Yes, sir. Now, this is out on Rodeo Drive, okay? And we see Boomer and Trash, and they're off, and like at the side of it, they're watching this whole exchange happen. Boomer's like, we got to get a car. Well, there's some rent-a-cars down the block. Well, how do we get past that gas? What the fuck? Like, you weren't listening to Varney just now? Like, it's a gas grenade. It's fake, you dumbass. I told you that already. Okay, on 3. 1, 2, 3. And then they dash through the smoke. And it's really hard to see them, but Benitez would know that ass anywhere. It's them! So he and some other baddies roll after him in pickup trucks. Benitez is in the back. Like, in the bed.
Uh-huh.
Like standing up, because he's cool. Boomer and Trash break into the rental car place. Yeah, hey, how about the Lamborghini? It's a sweet car. No, the white Rolls. That's closer. So they get the key. Well, at least we'll die in luxury. Let's go. They get to the Rolls and the keys don't work and the alarm goes off.
Oh, God.
And then Trash is like, oh, it must be that other white Rolls down at the end of the parking lot. But now they got Benitez's attention, so they're all shooting at him now. All this machine gun fire. We see Benitez is on top of the truck with double mounted M60s. So he's just like mowing the whole rental car place down.
Good Lord.
Boomer's like, cover me! And he's got to crawl, Somebody ends up hitting a gas tank from one of the cars and fuel leaks out everywhere and the whole place goes up in flames.
Oh.
Trash is sitting there behind a car he's shooting when Boomer pulls up in the Rolls and they get the hell out of there. So now we cut back to the hedonistic chaos back in the hotel lobby. There is strip poker, wife swapping.
Oh my God.
You got one old guy who you can hear him yelling, let's shunt. We see Bat. He goes into a private door. Laura's still following him. She goes in. We see the baddies doing another huge bank heist. It's all money, 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 money. Money. The two nerds are there looking at everything going on. They're like, wow, man. I mean, like the money just keeps going up. Like we're on $250 million. Rushmore Insurance. They're going to be one unhappy insurance company in the morning. Varney orders Benitez and the others to, organize a grid, flush these two jerk-offs out, and kill them. Benitez, you fuck this up. You'll be the deadest hitman in Beverly Hills because I'm going to kill you myself. Boomer's driving the Rolls, and he ends up pulling into the yard of Bat Masterson. And Trash is like, oh, man, do you know whose place this is? Yeah, and I hope your guys did it over real good, too. My guys? Yeah, you're still a fucking criminal, man. And they can hear all the bad guys talking to each other on the radio that they stole. Boomer's like, okay, the coast is clear. Well, that's a relief. Hey, you smell pretty good. Boomer gets out of the car and then gets back in the back. He doesn't want to sit next to him. In the back, he sees 3 decanters of booze. And he's like, hey. He picks one up. Trash is like, man, come on, it's not that bad. Boomer gets an idea, and he gets out of the car, runs into the house. Trash just starts drinking. Now Laura sees Bat. He is going down deeper into the bowels of his hotel. And he ends up meeting up with that fake EPA guy. Yeah, he's supposed to be an EPA guy, right? So just go out there, pretend to be that, pretend to be in charge, okay? Yeah, and you know what? Sound like you don't know what you're talking about. That way everyone believes you work for the government. He's like, okay. And they start to leave. Laura's like, oh shit, they're coming out. I gotta hide. While she's hiding, they leave and lock the door, so now she's stuck.
Oh, jeez.
She has no choice but to go deeper. Boomer runs back from the house. He has got with him a can of gasoline and a pocket pussy. He fills up the decanters and starts making Molotov cocktails.
All right.
Trash is like, oh man, do you smell this leather? I've been smelling this stuff for 12 years. And sometimes it's like, what about me? I put in the time, I risked my life. How about a little good life for me? My life is shit. And this is Beverly Hills, the repository for the world's greed. Some of it rubbed off, what'd you expect? And then Boomer just goes, I met this woman tonight. Made me realize I've never had a serious relationship with a woman. Are you married? My wife left me for a dentist. Probably better at oral sex or something. That's in the movie. We're both selfish men. It's just that I'm going to jail for it. And then Boomer goes, yeah, you're right. I am selfish.
Oh.
Let's go. And then they just drive away. It's the weirdest way to close that scene.
Yeah.
So Trash is driving and Boomer stays in the back seat. We cut to the two nerds running the show in mission control. In walks Bat Masterson.
Damn.
How's it going, guys? 45 minutes to go. $465 million US. Damn, man, really?
Whoa.
There's a renegade, and he's hooked up with a civilian. The loss of manpower leaves us 19 minutes behind. Remember, they have a countdown time clock.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, fucking nerds, man.
Uh-huh. Now Trash and Boomer are speeding right towards all of those dirty cops out on Rodeo Drive. Boomer is hanging out the window in the back, and he's holding up a flaming Molotov in his hand. And the wind is like flowing through his mullet. Trash is driving, and he just yells out, boy, I can hardly wait to see the look on their faces when we die right in front of them. And then Boomer throws the Molotov cocktail. Boom! He start burning cops. Burning dirty cops. They end up getting cut off by Benitez's truck. He's still in the back with the dual-mounted M60s. Boomer just lightly tosses another lit Molotov right into the bed of the truck with him. Oof. And he's like, fucking bitch. Benitez, oh shit! His truck goes up in flames, and Boomer and Trash hightail it out of there. Benitez has to jump out of the truck. His pants are on fire.
Uh-oh.
And he yells out, wait! I love you! They put him out. He's like, let's go! Boomer and Trash pull over and they hide the car again. Boomer's like, all right, we got 1 decanter, 2 glasses, 3 napkins, and a half can of gas, and 1 pocket vagina. Yeah, well, you know what they got? Yeah, probably, more pocket vaginas? Forget it. Laura is listening to Bat and these 2 nerds talking through the door, talking about the Taking of Beverly Hills. Oh. Bat's like, get Varney on the radio for me. Move to primary target. Oh, we're going into the 4th quarter? Yep. Moving up the clock to 20 minutes left. And that is how we come back to real time.
Yeah.
That's how we make up for the beginning of the movie. So they end up speeding the clock up.
Yeah.
This is Varney. You got 2 loose cannons. So we're moving to the primary target. We're not even half done. Don't be so greedy, Varney. We've already got $500 million. You can afford your surgery. Boomer and Trash are listening to this on their radio, which means every other bad guy can hear it. It's not. Yeah. forget the two heroes. Close this thing up. They're not going to let them through the roadblocks anyway. One of them's number 12. And then Bat, like, chokes on his drink. Boomer comes over the radio and says,
"What's the matter, you chicken dick?"
"I am not a chicken dick." "Hey, we just went by your house. Okay, nobody was home. You know, I took your pocket pussy and some gas. Is that okay?" "Oh, hop along. Yeah, why don't you come on over and we'll negotiate your new contract." "Yeah, where you at, buddy? The evac? We could be there in like a couple of minutes." "Don't be such an idiot. You sit this thing out. You're not going to have to worry about your ankle or anything else for the rest of your life." Laura is like still listening through the door. "You know what? That's it. Varney, find him and kill him." Laura's like, "Oh shit!" And she just starts running out of the hotel. Remember, the door was locked. That's why she went deeper in.
Yeah.
I don't know what her plan was, but she starts running, and you know her black stiletto heels are like tuk, 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 tuk. So Bat can hear it, and he opens the door to the control room. He's like, "Laura," and he runs after her with a big stun baton.
Oh my God.
Boomer's talking to Trash. "Man, we got to find that primary target and screw it up. You know, this is personal now." And it's at this point one begins to wonder why the owner of an NFL team has to worry about money.
Yeah, really.
Right? Laura has to have a quiet chase with Bat in the, you know, she has to be quiet and hide behind like steam pipes and stuff.
Yeah.
Down in the hotel bowels. So she comes out of her hiding place and he ends up finding her and he's like, "Psh, hey, haha." he just like, he threatened her with it. He's like, yeah, you like this?" She's like, "You're crazy, Bat." "Don't you forget it."
I'm a psycho.
You know, Laura, you're just a notch on his jockstrap. You're just a genital obsessive. And then Bat goes, "Aren't we all?" "Anyway, I have you to thank for all of this. You know, last year at your daddy's Christmas party, I got the entire Rushmore insurance coverage list. So, you know, thanks, babe."
Oh.
Yeah. So that's how they know what was in the houses. They knew where to go, how much it was all worth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they had the insurance database. And then he has an asthma attack and dies. Nah, he doesn't die. But he has to take his inhaler. He has to do this so much, it's almost like that's going to come into play later in the movie, right? It doesn't.
Oh.
Poor guy.
Yeah, totally. While he's having that asthma attack, she runs through a door and then immediately almost falls into a giant pit with a huge spinning fan blade in the bottom. It's like, what is this for? Like, underneath my hotel, I'm actually building hell. He follows her in through the door. She's not there. He looks down in the fan, and there is her overcoat, like getting spun up in the blade. And he's like, "Oh, Jesus."
Oh.
And then he leaves. We see that she is hanging on the bottom of the catwalk. She's actually hanging above the fan. She like got down there to make him think she fell in.
Yeah.
And now she climbs up and walks through another door on the other side of the building. This leads to outside, and she can see one of the roadblocks leading into Beverly Hills. And then walking up behind her is Bat. Like real slow, and he's like, "Laura?" And then she turns around, and then he shocks her. Oh. She goes out. Like all that was in the fan was her coat. There would have been some blood. I didn't think that was a very well thought out plan. Down at the roadblocks, the good cops are like, "Okay, EPA's bringing out ambulances full of, injured workers and stuff. So, open the roadblocks and let them through. Okay. All right, let's go. Open them up. All of these ambulances that we know are loaded down with loot just leave Beverly Hills. So it's like this plan is working.
Yeah.
Varney and his team all of a sudden see the Rolls Royce come into view. It's like Trash doesn't know his way around town. So they all just start filling this car with bullets. Boomer throws another Molotov cocktail. Boom! Go, go, go! They're getting chased by more cops, and he starts throwing more Molotovs. I was under the impression that the last one was his last one. But I actually ran the movie back, and he was like, "We got one decanter, 3 glasses, and some more napkins." How do you make a Molotov cocktail out of glasses?
Yeah.
He did it. So he's throwing a couple of more, these flaming glasses. Yeah, that's it. Fills up the pocket pussy, throws that. Anyway, he throws like 3 or 4 more things, and I don't know how that worked, okay? He's blowing up cars, and they end up getting away. Back in the control room, Laura wakes up. Bat's there. He's like, sorry, I had to, shock you. Yeah, that's okay, Bat. What's 120,000 volts between friends? All those ambulances start going to a private airfield and start loading all of their drums onto a plane. So now we're at the big bank on Rodeo Drive, okay? This is the primary target. And they blow this big hole in the side of the building. Boomer and Trash drive by. Benitez follows them, and now he's in the back of another pickup truck, and he's got a flamethrower.
Damn.
Whoa.
Yeah, he gets all the cool stuff. People are shooting at him. Trash ends up jumping the rolls in slow motion. It's pretty cool. And then they chase him into a parking garage. Benitez is laughing, ha ha ha, and he's just like shooting the flamethrower in the parking garage. So the fire is just like spreading. It's just concrete walls.
Yeah.
It's like not hurting anything, but it looks awesome. I want you, Boomer. I want your smelly butt. Boomer's like, man, fuck this guy. And then he just pours the rest of his gasoline can out the window, like onto the ground. There's a guy following him with a flamethrower. He accidentally ignites it. So all the other cop cars, they start catching fire. Benitez accidentally kills a few of his buddies. It's all chaos. In the back of the rolls, Boomer pulls out the dead cop's pistol. Like he's had this the whole time. And he's like, yeah, and he turns around and starts trying to fire it at Benitez, like inside the car. And the bullets are like ricocheting around. It scares the hell out of Trash. And he's just like, man, put that thing away. Boomer's like, I hate these things. So like, that's huge for an action movie.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah,
the hero, like, oh man, I don't know what to do with guns, man. He actually had a gun and had to put it away because he couldn't use it, couldn't work it. They get out of the parking garage and Benitez ends up getting right up to the Rolls Royce and lighting that motherfucker on fire. Ooh. So now they are inside of a blazing fireball and Trash is driving it. He's like, I can't see. We see the windshield. Yep, covered in fire. He can't see, so they end up driving off the edge of the parking garage and then down in through the roof of another building. And they're like, oh God. And the dust is clearing. And then they start to hear, what the hell's that? Boom! They crash through another floor. The car is still blazing. So they have to get out and run away from it like real fast. They're about to go out one way when they see Benitez in the window, like he's coming in after him. So they sneak out the back. Benitez walks in, sees the car. It is burning, baby. So he gets on the radio and he's like, hey, Varney, our friends have embraced death. It's about time, Benitez. Now get the tank and get it into position. Bat radios Varney. Hey, Varney, what about number 12? Gone in a blaze of glory, sir. Laura hears that and she's like, shit.
Aww.
And what about my wall and the burial plot and my house? I'm on it now. It will be taken care of. So now Varney and a bunch of the other bad guys, they're at Bat's house and they start rolling his front lawn away like it's just freshly laid sod that can still be removed.
Yeah.
They end up exposing a giant concrete vault in his front yard. And it's empty. There's nothing there. Boomer and Trash heard all that on the radio. They're like, that must be the primary target. Hey, you have really nice skin. Jesus, man, let's go. Now they're in a store that just sells, they're hiding in a store that sells Japanese stuff. Boomer walks right past 2 katana swords. And then he pulls this big glass shadow box off of the wall. And he's like, let's go! And they run out of the store. And you're like, what? Back at Mission Control, Bat and the nerds, they're like, okay, that's it. You know what? We're at the primary target. Let's close up. Let's get into position. We got to leave now. They're closing up shop. The nerds are like, yeah, all in all, $700 million from the Taking of Beverly Hills. Not too bad. Yeah, not too bad. Good job. Bat takes Laura with him, and they all get in the back of an ambulance and leave. Now we see Benitez in the tank, and he's pulling the side of the building off with it. That's what he's using the tank for. Mm-hmm. And now we see what they are stealing. And it is a huge wall section with a mural on it from like the Sistine Chapel.
Oh, God.
That's why the clergy was given Rushmore a hard time about it. They're putting it on a truck to take to Bat's house, and this one dumbass cop, he's like watching them, and he's like, I've never been this close to $1 billion before. Now we see the countdown clock in the computer room just reach 0, and this automatic announcement comes over everybody's radios. Operation terminated. All units move out. And then all of the bad cops, they're like, yeah! Out in the streets, we did it, man! Let's go, let's go! So now Rodeo Drive is abandoned. They're all gone. Boomer and Trash, they're still hiding out, okay? They go into some other store, and he still has this big shadow box. He puts it on the ground, and he starts smashing it open. We see what's in it. It's a whole bunch of ninja stars.
Oh.
He starts pulling them out, and like, they're sharp, the glass is sharp. He's like, hey, are you okay? Yeah, I need something to put this in. And he takes a purse off the shelf. So he puts them all in this like purple purse, okay? And he's like, these throwing stars, they're the only weapons we've got. They left the gun in the car.
Oh, God.
Man, are you watching? Because Trash is supposed to be on the lookout. Yeah, I'm watching. Jeez, man, you're kind of an asshole. Okay, let's go. Here, carry this. And he hands Trash Can his purse. They walk outside. They see this wall down the street on the truck. What's that? Oh, that's it. That's it. That must be Masterson's wall. The primary target. So then the wall leaves, and, it's a big old convoy heading for Masterson's house. And then Boomer's like, we gotta stop that convoy. And he reaches into the purse and he pulls out a ninja star. Then he coils back and throws it in a cop car. And right then, the music goes, doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo. And it's Faith No More. And it's like, well, you want it all, but you can't have it. That's Boomer and Trash fighting the bad cops at the end of the movie. And Boomer is throwing ninja stars.
Oh, my God.
Hell yeah.
Okay, and he's throwing them right into the faces of cops driving cars. He'll throw one at it goes right into his eye. And he just crashes his car into a store, and then the store blows up. This happens to 4 or 5 of these guys. He throws one into the passenger of one of these cars, and it goes right into his neck. And he starts squirting blood all over the inside of the car, and he jumps onto the driver help me, help me. That makes the driver crash the car. Everything blows up. The dumbass cop from earlier is they're alive, they're on the loose. Benitez, he's with the convoy, and he sees them. Okay, that's it. You know what? That is it. And he starts shooting at him. You're going to be my wife, quarterback. You're going to be my wife. He's shooting at him, and they have to run now. But Boomer has to stop and run back to pick up his purse. So they get out of there. So they're running. Benitez shooting, and he hits Trash right in the back.
Oh, no.
Yeah, Trash flies forward, hits Boomer. They crash through a storefront, and then they just lay there. Trash got shot. He's dead.
Oh, man.
Yeah, right? I know. What the hell? And then the credits roll.
All right. Good job, Ron.
Thanks. So then Varney orders Benitez, get those trucks moving, and he's going to go and see their bodies for himself. He's standing over both of their bodies. He's looking at them, and then he holds up a little mini time bomb. I've been saving you for something special. Looks like you're finally going to earn that nickname, Boomer. And then he sets the time on the bomb, tosses it onto Boomer, and leaves. He gets in a truck and pulls away. Boomer's eyes have been open the whole time. He's playing possum. Trash is dead, though.
Oh.
Boomer gets up, he grabs the bomb, runs out into the street. He looks at the clock on the bomb, and then he looks down the street at Varney's truck, and he holds it up. He's waiting, he's timing it. And then he throws it with a big, long quarterback pass, and it lands right in the back of Varney's truck.
All right.
Varney turns around, sees it, and he goes, "What? Boomer!"
All right.
Benitez hears and sees that, and he goes to investigate. Yep, he's dead. A burning ball of fire. Now we see that they actually have the wall back at Bat's lawn vault, okay? Bat shows up in the ambulance. He pulls Laura out, and he's like, hey, look at this. Look what's in my yard. It's a Sistine Chapel wall. It's in my yard now. She's like, you can't sell it. It'll always be traceable. and you sure as hell can't look at it. You know, it surprises me how stupid you are, Laura. You think I care about that piece of shit? It's a chess piece. I even get a tax deduction for it. I don't get it. Who owns the wall, Laura? You do? And who has to pay me back now that it's gone?
Oh.
Insurance. Rushmore Insurance, my father's company.
Damn right.
Now what happens when Rushmore can save $1 billion in exchange for making me chairman of the board? Huh? Nice. Chairman of a multi-billion-dollar corporation with its fingers in hundreds of others. It's going to be awesome. She's like, you piece of shit. Benitez, after checking out Varney's dead, burning ball of fire, he's like looking around, and he sees Boomer down the road just carrying trash over his back. Like, you know what? I'm just going home.
Oh.
Taking my buddy.
Yeah.
And he follows him. He runs over to him. Wait! Don't go! We could be together! And Boomer just stops and he turns. And then Benitez pulls out a shock baton. And he says, and I'm serious, this is what he says. You lame son of a bitch! Say something! And Boomer's like, oh. You know, Trash, he's still holding him, and he is heavy. So he has to put him down. Okay, and he like lowers him down to the ground, and he's being respectful. But as he lays him down, he grabs a big chunk of concrete. And as he's standing up, he says, did you see that last play I made today? I hate football! And then Boomer, the NFL quarterback, just turns around and throws the piece of concrete point blank into Benitez's face. Ah! And when it hits, it's like...
Oh.
And Benitez just like... He just staggers backwards a couple of steps. His head starts bleeding, and he whispers, but that ass. And then he falls down dead. Oh. And then Boomer's like, you know, I really hate guys that don't like football. And then Trash wakes up.
Oh.
Hey, you all right? You know, I felt better. You know, that bulletproof vest turned out to be a good idea.
All right.
Yeah, so he helps him up, and they leave. We see Benitez, and he kind of shudders a little bit, and then dies again. Back in Bat's mansion, they are celebrating. Bat opens up a wine bottle with one of those openers where it's like you stab it down through the cork and you push the button and it shoots CO2 into the bottle and just pops the cork out.
Yeah.
He looks at Laura. Would you care for a drink? Fuck off, Bat. All the nerds in the room, they're like, whoa, man. And now is that any way to talk to your future husband, Laura? The fuck you say? It's the only way I can keep you quiet. A wife, you know, she can't be forced to testify against her husband. There's a whole bunch. What about all the other witnesses? All of the other witnesses are accomplices. It only leaves you. Okay. They're very well paid accomplices. So, and she's like, so it's my wedding or my funeral. Is that it? Well, let's face it, Laura. You don't have any other options. And, we'll just see who gets the anal now. She's like, you know what? How would you kill me? He gets up and he walks over to his wall on which he has hanging an antique medieval crossbow.
Oh my God.
And he picks it up and he points it at her. And it's cocked, but it's not loaded. And then he points it at her and he's like, and like fires it and it scares the hell out of her. And he goes, an arrow right through the heart, like you've already done to me.
Oh.
Then you better do it, Bat. 'Cause there's not a chance in hell I'd do it in the butt with you. And he's like, ugh. Outside, the tank is charging across the front lawn with Boomer and Trash inside. Yeah, baby!
Oh, shit.
It crashes right into the front of the house and accidentally kills everybody inside. Okay, including Laura, Bat, and the nerds. Right? Boomer gets out, he sees what he's done, and he's like, no! And then the credits roll.
Fuck yeah! Taking of Beverly Hills. Good job, Ron.
Nah, I'm kidding. They're all fine. Boomer and Trash get out, though, and then they beat the shit out of all those nerds, who for some reason just like start throwing themselves at them. Laura is just like staring wide-eyed at Boomer because he's like, a hero. And she, thought he was dead, right? He turns around and looks at her, and then at Bat, who now has this crossbow loaded.
Oh, no.
I'm glad you're here. I've been meaning to talk to you about my contract. It's been canceled. And then he just fires at him and misses. Okay? You're a fucking dummy, man. You got to be a moron to miss someone in your living room with a crossbow you had pointed right at him. So, they got no choice. They start wrestling. And they're like pinching nipples and everything. Laura and Trash just watch, okay? Boomer grabs the bottle opener. And then he just stabs it right into Bat, right into his heart. And it's like, and then real slowly and very deliberately presses down on the button. And then it just goes, and then Bat's like, and he stands up, staggers back, and falls down dead.
Oh.
And he starts bleeding out from the hole, like near his heart, but it's full of air too, so it's like. And then it just cuts to all the real cops finally having been let out of the locker room, and they're taking away all of these bad cops. We don't ever get to see what happened at the airfield with the plane. Now Boomer is with Trash, who is on a stretcher. He still got shot, You bruised ribs? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Where's Chief Bueller? I gotta tell him what I did. You just keep your mouth shut, okay? Whatever you did, you made up for it, okay? You're forgiven. And what are you, God? If it wasn't for you, I would have met him tonight. Okay, Varney's dead. Masterson's dead. Now, if you got any idea where they're going to put all that stuff, I can make a deal for you. Boomer wants everything for himself? Nah. Trash is like, yeah, I got an idea. Like he did know where they were going to go with it. Well, good. Insurance companies pay big rewards for those kinds of ideas, man. You've been telling me all night how you want to be rich. And then Trash just, all right, he smiles and gets put in the ambulance. Then Boomer goes to Laura, kisses her. And he's like, I had kind of a new experience tonight. Yeah, Rodeo Drive, they're having a fire sale. Yeah, that's funny. We still got a couple of hours left on our deal. Oh, that's right. Can we use your place, though? Mine's kind of a mess. I got to get the maid to clean it up. There was a tank in there and everything. She's like, yeah, sure. And the camera starts panning up, and we see them walking away together. And then Boomer just says, hey, did you say you have a dick earlier? And then the credits roll, baby.
Every day I'm hustling.
And during the credits, we actually get some shots of a day with Boomer shits. Okay, and he's coaching football with all these little kids. Laura's there. She's smiling. You can tell they're together now.
Yeah.
And then up drives a shiny red Corvette, and Trash gets out. And he's like, hey, I'm here to help.
All right.
And he starts playing football with them and everything. And life is good for rich people.
Yeah. Ain't that the truth? Good job, Ron.
Thanks, man. Yep, there you have it. The Taking of Beverly Hills on Movies with Ron.
All right.
It was a bit like Die Hard. We'll give him a helicopter right up the ass.
You really made us relate to the bad guys.
That's what I do.
I mean, what's his name? Had the asthma. Then the Abercrombie guy, he was Bibowitz.
Benitez.
Yeah, Benitez. He just wanted that ass.
Yeah.
It's like a tragedy, really.
It was. Bastard good guys won again.
Can you tell us what Ken Wahl looked like in a wet towel?
Perfect.
Clean up your act, Candy. All right, folks. If you're listening on that Apple Podcasts or iTunes, we'd love it if you'd leave us a rating and review. We're on Twitter, @MoviesWithRon. We got a Facebook page. We're on movieswithron.com and all your other favorite podcast apps. So check us out. It's been fun.
Yep, we love you.
See you guys.
Take care.
Movies with Ron.
Hey, you guys ready to have some fun?
Yes.
Yeah.
You like that thing about her with the poop on the dick?